Welcome to Week 3 Fantasy Football, and I'm your host, Johnny Cervantes. This week on the franchise, we're going to be discussing some pretty serious topics about fantasy football. From transactions, waiver wire vultures, projections, and last week's stumbles and last week's winners. And also, shout out to our sponsors at Coca-Cola. Always crispy. This is a Heineken. So let's talk about who Arian Foster's groin got. Okay, this is where it all goes downhill for 504 Juice Gang, my hitter. Shane fucking Vereen. What the fuck? Shane Vereen, he's on the New York Giants now. He don't even know what the ball is anymore. He don't see that shit. And he got Calvin fucking Johnson, Megatron. Who wants to go against fucking Megatron? Dude's a fucking beast. What, Sammy Watkins and Calvin Johnson are supposed to fucking match up against each other? What the fuck, Juice Gang? Come on, huh? And Todd Gurley. You gave him Todd Gurley, admittedly. He's coming back from an injury. Who knows if he's going to be the same guy he was. But I tell you what, if he is, you're fucked. And I tell you what, they almost put in a clause for this trade that if Todd Gurley becomes good again, Juice Gang gets him back. Come on now. Are we fucking adults? Are we little kids playing fantasy? Fantasy football is real life, okay? You gotta take this seriously, you know? We can't be fucking around. And that's enough, because that's got me worked up too. So let's go on to the third trade that happened yesterday. Cameron again, getting duped like the little fucking kid he is. Now, hear me out on this, okay? He wants Mark Ingram, my first overall pick. Terrible decision on my part. For CJ Anderson, okay? Let me say a riddle for you. It's not a riddle, it's just the truth. Mark Ingram is a piece of shit. Cameron Campese, 504 Juice Gang, my hitter. You get the two worst trades of the season thus far. Why would you do that, man? Let's learn from our mistakes and let's continue on until next week. I am Johnny Serpentes, and this is Week 3 Trades.
Welcome to Week 3 of the franchise. I am Truman Matwani, the People's Commissioner, and I'm here to present the waiver wire report. First, we have Booster, also known as West Bank FRS. He picked up Travis Benjamin, wide receiver on the Browns. 43 points, 2 weeks. Not bad. He gets our A of the day. Second, we have the People's Commissioner, Truman Matwani, picking up Pierre Garçon. Not that bad of a pickup considering Deshaun Jackson's out. Last, but certainly not least, we have Cam, dropping Rashad Perriman, rookie wide receiver for the Ravens. Hey man, he could have been good. For Tyrod Taylor, I understand if you have quarterback woes. I'm your People's Commissioner, Truman Matwani.
Our next part of the franchise is to discuss Week 3 projections. There's some crazy matchups going on this week. A lot of crazy projections, which are usually fucking bullshit. This week we have Chalupa Batman Nick Gongora versus All My Players Are Tradable. Myself, Johnny Serpentes. Gongora, scheduled to make an 82. We'll give him or take plus or 9 on the line. Versus 90 points projection for me. With tradable, you know, with the trades that happened, I expect to come out on top of this one, to be honest. You know, I need to put my dominance back in the league, pretty much. Otherwise, you know, I might just trade away my whole fucking team because I don't care no more. Next, we have Arian Foster's groin versus some Mr. Nice Guy. Now, Harry Cahill always goes into matchups thinking he's going to win just because he thinks he's hot shit. It's not the case no more. Terrible trades. Andrew Luck, you're going to find him in the back of a dumpster somewhere, okay? He's done. Versus Adam Andre, he's always nice. The projection line is Arian Foster's groin, 104 versus Adams, 82. Not gonna fucking happen. Adam Andre's coming out on top on this one, I have a feeling. Next we have Cruise Life, Compton Crips versus the Grape Divide. Mike Steele versus Truman Matwani, the People's Commissioner. Cruz Life Compton Crips, they're scheduled to put up a 94 scoreline versus 79. Mike Steele's in the dumps. He's a shitty commissioner. It just ain't gonna work out for you. Alright, you're gonna lose this week. Next we have 504 Juice Gang, Cameron Campese versus Team Bausa, Alfonso Bausa. The scoreline, ain't looking good for Campese. You know, he traded away a lot of good players this week, and I think he's in the dumps. A scoreline of 78 to 101 projection. I think that's going to be about right. Albonzo, that's what his new name is from now on. Albonzo is going to win this one. Next we have West Bank FRS versus Dr. X. Matthew Ledet, the quiet guy who sits in the corner but is always studying everyone in the room, is projected 95 to 77. Busta, he's still working on a green card. He don't even know what he is no more. He's done. He's lost his game. It's out of his reach. And last but not least, newcomer Luke Cahill, I think the 6th, or no, he's the first, he's a regular. Luke Cahill the first, I guess, versus Freddie Chavez. Very favorable matchup, and one of the few times you see it, projection is going to be a tie. Now, will their bench players come through? Only God knows. But I'll tell you this much, both are 2-0, looking for that third win. Both top of the division right now. Both are still losers, pretty much, to be honest, in my book. They don't have this on my shoulder. And, you know, it's a real toss-up for me. I'm not sure who's going to take this one home, but I'm going to go ahead and say no one will win. No one's going to win. It's just going to be a fucking tie. The computer's going to fuck up or something. But Freddie's looking pretty strong, I'm not going to lie. But let's not get that to his head. And that is this week's Week 3 projection. That is this week's Week 3 projections on the franchise. And I'm your host, Johnny Serpentes. And now, a word from your champ, Johnny Serpentes.
As a young mule, I was always destined to win the Genesee Football League Championship. I was already a repeat defender of the championship 2 years ago. Cameron Campese dethroned me, and now I am back at the top, where I truly belong. I'd like to thank my madre, my padre, all my hermanos, and all of the chicas that I fucked along the way, all the way to the top. Thank you to my players, thank you to my country, and God bless America. Johnny Serpentes. My life is art, and life is my art.
Hello, Mr. Serpentes.
Hola.
How does it feel to pull the belt?
Well, you know, it's a lot of weight on my shoulder, to be honest. I mean, I know it's cheap and flimsy and right from Walmart, but only the 0.5 pounds that it weighs a lot on my shoulders.
And what do you think about this new award?
I heard a rumor that the trophy from last year was sold for $5 in the Woodman of Baton Rouge. I was very discouraged about that.
That's not good. We might have to scourge the streets of DR to find the...
Quite possibly, I'd kill the person who owns it personally so I could claim it again.
Alright, moving on. What do you think about the new league change of rules?
It's no bueno. I mean, to be honest, I think the short trade window is too much bullshit. The cabrons who run the league right now, you know, they don't know who they are. They puppeteer out, you know, the groin master with Mike Steele. He's a puppet. He's a puppet to the commissioner.
And how is your life after being the champ?
I mean, to be honest, I didn't go to Disney World. I don't believe in that fucking bullshit place. I went to the strip club, to be honest.
And what is your favorite strip club, Mr. Serpentes?
I've been to so many. If I had to say my favorite strip club, it would probably be Larry Flynt's Hustlers.
Nice choice.
Yes. They treat me well there.
Can you tell us a little bit more? We all know the name Johnny Serpentes, but can you tell us a little bit more about yourself? Who is the real Johnny Serpentes?
Yeah, sometimes I don't even know who I am, you know? I wake up one morning, I think I'm Serpentes. The next morning I wake up, I'm still Serpentes. I wake up again, I'm still Serpentes. But at the end of the day, I mean, when I go to sleep and shit, I mean, I still think that I'm Johnny Serpentes. You know, I come from Spain. My mother, she imported herself to New Orleans. I became a well-known underground painter from New Orleans. And then I stumbled upon this fantasy league. You know, I thought it was another, you know, little hill in my life that I could climb, you know, and I've climbed it twice now, so why not keep going?
Who do you think should be the commissioner?
I mean, to be honest, I mean, I hear talk of this Jerome Motwani. He's the people's commissioner or some sorts. I'm all about the underground. I don't really get down with communism, but you know, either Jerome Motwani, the people seem to like him, or also a favorable one, Adam Unger.
Some say Serpentes should be commissioner. What are your thoughts on this?
I mean, I'll always lead from the front. I mean, that's why the players on my fantasy team, they take my phone calls before every week. You know, sometimes they don't want to play for me no more, but you know, I try my best to inspire them. You know, so.
Speaking of leading from the front, do you think you'll repeat this year as champion?
I mean, only you know, only Nombre Padre, Hijo, Espíritu Santo will know that. To be honest, I think I fare a good chance though.
What are your thoughts on who has the worst team in our league? It's week 3.
I mean, many people will say that I did, but I think following the current trade situation, I put myself in a good position to carry on my reign. I'm 0-2, I know, but you know, I always start slow. I build up during the middle of the season and finish strong. So I think I could.
Who do you think will win if not you?
I mean, to be honest, I'll always be a winner. I lose and I still a winner, you know. So I mean, if I had to pick for question's sake, I don't know. Maybe me again. I'll lose and I'll still be. I'm not gonna give the belt to nobody back. I mean, I'm not gonna get the belt back. You know, the belt's always gonna be on me.
Well, thank you for your time.
Ain't no problem.
Mr. Our champion, Johnny Serpentes.
Ain't no problem, People's Commissioner.
And now I'm signing off, Jerome Motwani, your People's Commissioner.
Alright, whenever you want.
So we all know there's a little bit of controversy regarding the Commissioner's office in the Archbishop Westbank Fantasy Football League. I'm here to put a stop to that. I'm the People's Commissioner. We should have bring back vetoes, a trade deadline so you can't just trade everybody at the end of the league year, and just overall fairness. Not one hand or hovering over another hand telling you what to do. I'm the People's Commissioner, Jerome Motwani.